Oh, here we are, just a few minutes down the road. It's a 747, isn't it? Yeah. It's the old jumbo jet. Real and full size. Wings, well, the engines are empty, but the casings are there. This one actually isn't up yet. It either was and they've closed down, or it's recently been put here. It looks to me like it's closed down. Yeah, see the engine obviously isn't in there, or the engines, but there's one just outside Chiang Mai, I don't know, a few kilometres up the road. Not sure what plane that is, but those doors were for passengers to unload, weren't they? Big old plane. How the bloody hell they got it here, I do not know. Must have been in bits. Yeah, it looks like they've been joined there. Looks like it's like a big stitch. We don't often get to, you know, those engines are twice the size of a car, just the casings. Massive, great big thing. Look up into the hold there, look. Something we don't normally get to see. Well, that's the landing. God, look at the size of that bloody thing. Imagine that going up into that hole up there. See, you don't often get to do this, because when you're loaded on a plane, you either go down a tunnel if you're lucky enough to go up steps, or unlucky enough. You're not allowed to walk anywhere near the planes. Look at the size of that. This looks like yeah, it is. It's a Thai Airways one, this. An old Thai Airways. I don't know when they took those out of service. Yeah, all the wings right over there, look. Jeez. Don't realise how big these things are, dear. Suppose those flaps used to open and the wheels are sort of lifted up. Looks like it, they sort of go up and face forward. Remember years ago, 60s and 70s, when all those kids used to stow away and fly for thousands of miles up in compartments like that. Imagine how cold they were. Tyres all look quite good. You don't realise what's underneath you when you're in a plane, do you? Yeah, look over there, that wing, right over top of those buildings. The engine is just in front of that Route 90. Fascinating things. Gigantic bloody things. There's a lot of them up round the north. Cafes, restaurants. I don't know what they pay for them. I just think what they charge for them. I mean, they've got to be worth a few quid in scrap. Always surrounded by restaurants and whatever. It might be just to attract people in, but it's called the runway bar. I'd love to have a look in there with no seats. I bet it's enormous. When you think how many, I only went on a couple of 747s, and one of them, funny enough, was, or the first one I ever went on was Thai Airways. And then what was that other thing, that great, the 380. I had a couple of rides on them as well. They were unbelievable, because they go along the runway and they don't feel like they're going to get off the ground, and all of a sudden, whoop, and up they go. Look at that. I mean, obviously that's a bit higher by about 7 feet, because this is stood on these blocks. Hang on a minute, let me see. Yeah, it's about 7 feet higher off the ground than it would not know. Yeah, 6.5 anyway. 6.5 feet off the ground, more than it would be normally. Can't get over that. Right on the side of the road it is. That's a big hole where the front wheels go in, isn't it? God. These engineers and designers, I mean, what a brain they must have to come up with something like that. Always fascinates me. I can't work out how to put IKEA furniture together, let alone build a bloody jet aeroplane. I remember seeing the 380 wings being built up near Chester. I was lucky enough to go up with the Doughty Electrics plane fan club or something like that. And when I got there, I was expecting to sit in the bus all day, and the guy who was showing them around said, "What are you going to do, driver?" I said, "Oh, if I find something to do," he said, "Well, come on in." And it was just unbelievable. The weight of the wings was 130 odd tons without the engines on them. And they had to ship them out down the Manchester Ship Canal. Great big things. Those are nothing compared to the 380. I'd love to be under one of them, blimey. When it's stationary, that is. Anyway, there you go, 747, Thai Airways. Love to know the ID of the plane. Find out when it was taken out of service. There's no ID on it whatsoever. But what a fantastic looking thing. I've never been that close or underneath one of those in my life, so that's quite nice. I'm not sure what the others are up around Chiang Mai. I'll have to check them out. I just drive past them, don't even think about it. Anyway, there you go.